Hello, so in this video you are going to be looking at my footage from my recent trip to Barbados. I had the privilege of going to the northern part of the island with the Mount Gay Distillery, and we got shown around with Trudiann Branker, which was absolutely awesome, and Maggie Campbell was there as well. Beautiful up there, quite exposed, but what they're doing at the distillery is really, really exciting. So we're up at the Mount Gay Distillery, and I truly mean distillery. This is not the old tourist exhibition tour that they used to have closer to Bridgetown. We're up at the actual old ward distillery up on Mount Gilboa in the north tip of the island. This is so exciting. It's fresh, there's such a fresh breeze, there's space, there's air, there's green fields. Let's go and explore. Let's look at the meat of this distillery. It's owned by Remy Cointreau, French company. They bought it not long ago from Frank Ward and his family. They've spent a lot of money on this distillery, really doing it up. I don't know what it was like before, but what we can see now is the buildings they've resurrected. They've even brought back to life an old still, an old copper coffee still, a ginormous one at that. They've brought it back to life. Beautiful still, very interesting, and lots of flavour coming off this coffee still. But they've also got their more famous double retort stills. Beautiful looking things. The aromas and flavours that these stills produce, so idiosyncratic and synonymous with Barbados and Mount Gay in particular. Anyone that likes the Mount Gay XO or the more pricey options, then a lot of what you like is coming off those double retorts. They've also got this ginormous column outside in its own building where a lot of the lighter style rum is being made. But don't confuse it for vodka, because the aromas we were getting off that when we walked past it were honey and peach and apricot. So lots of lovely aroma there as well. We even got shown the molasses tanks. They've got these huge open vats where they pump molasses in, and it's really exciting seeing what's going on the surface of some of those. To see it is to believe it.
We are doing things differently because Mount Gay is the oldest rum in the world, and I think we have a responsibility to lead some of the juniors into how things are done correctly. All right?
And the aromas in those rooms very different to the aromas that you might get in a distillery or in the warehousing where they're barrel aging as well. Speaking of which, the barrel warehouses were just awesome. A real sense of calm, a real sense of quiet, really beautiful. And the flavours in there, the aromas that you get when you walk in there, you just hit with the dried fruit notes of the sherry casks that are aging and the vanilla from all of that oak. It was also pretty cool to see the wooden washbacks for the fermentation going on. Really big and really reminded me of a lot of the Scottish whiskey distilleries. Really interesting to see them in that scale in the flesh. We then did a tasting with Trudiann afterwards, and wow, we tasted a whole range of their products, including the Andean oak, which is they've aged it in an oak indigenous to the Andes. What they've got going on in these bottles of these experimentation ones is so exciting. Really impressive liquid. You probably have heard of Mount Gay from the likes of Mount Gay Eclipse or Mount Gay XO, but trust me, what they've got going on at this distillery now is super exciting, and where they're going to be in 5-10 years is they're going to be named Rum Distillery of the Year, hands down, because they're investing for the future. They've got Maggie Campbell there along with Trudiann Branker, with the money from Remy and the experience that they've got there now. This is really exciting, and keep an eye on them, because what their new release is, I already know they're going to be so worth tasting. Thanks very much for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next week where we do a little trip around the Foursquare Distillery. So look out for that one. Cheers. Bye bye. This is my best look yet.